Hello, my name is Fat Nick 22. Hello guys, my name is Fat Nick 22. And today I do a album review from one of my favorite thrash metal, heavy metal, and also alternative metal band ever. Okay, my first album review starts with Satanic Surface. No, pojďme na to, okay? Pojďme na to tu album review. Let's go into this album review. So the first album is Hero of Our Time. This album is I listened to this album. My favorite songs on this album is Hero of Our Time and the Cheese Falls Down, and also Armless Skater, and also Better Off Today. And the sound of this album is more punk and pop punk. You hear you hear a bit metal, so heavy metal, but it's not heavy metal. Technically it's punk and pop punk. So this album is not so heavy, but this album is it's okay. Hero of Our Time is a okay album. So moving on to the next album. The next album is 666 Motor In. 666 Motor In is one of my favorite albums from Satanic Surface. This album is totally heavy metal and also thrash metal. This album is 300% thrash metal and also heavy metal, and my favorite song is Shooter. Even Can't Still. I don't remember exactly the name of the song. I think it was Even the Time Stand Still, and my favorite song is also Don't Show don't tell us what we should do with our bodies. This song is so trash metal, really. And this album is my favorite albums, and by the way, guys, hero of all time and 666 motto in was this was, I don't know if English the other word, but the singer from Satanic Surfers, he is the drummer as well. He drumming and singing in the same time. In these albums, he drumming and singing in the same time. So 666 Motto In is my favorite album. My favorite album of all time. Moving on to Nowhere Going Fast. Nowhere Going Fast is a emo, post-hardcore, thrash metal and heavy metal albums. If you listen this album, this album have this album have in how this called say info this album have this album have a post-hardcore, emo and a heavy metal and a heavy metal thrash metal sound. My favorite song of the album is Warm Out of Words. This album is heavy metal. No, this song is a heavy metal song, and out of touch is a emo song. And in the end of the song is a acoustic song. The acoustic song called Evil. This album is my favorite album. One of my favorite albums. And moving on to the other album. It calls Fragment and Fractions. And this album have alternative, and this album's genre is alternative rock and also rock and also indie rock. It's a alternative rock, indie rock album. and the songs are not heavy, but the lyrics are good. I like the lyrics of this song, but if it's my favorite album, no, it's not. It's not my favorite album. Fragment and Fractions is not my favorite album. It's slow, and it's more alternative rock, indie rock, and also rock. So moving on to the other album. I forgot the name of the other album. I go and look at the name now, okay? Wait. So I go and look at the albums and the names. Wait, here. So the album called Unconditionally Confident. So this album from 2002. This album from 2002 from Satanic. This album is a alternative rock, indie rock, and also a rock album. And one song of this album is punk. I think one song of this album is punk. One of the song called Frauds. Frauds is a punk song from Satanic Surface. So Frauds is the only punk song from this 2002 album from Satanic Surface. I don't like so much the album. No, this album is, in my opinion, mediocre, but it's not the best album. So moving on to the other album, Taste of Poison. Taste of Poison is Taste of Poison is more so punk and hardcore punk. Yes, Taste of Poison. The genre is punk and also hardcore punk. So Taste of Poison is a punk album, and they got a new drama. Yes, they got a new drama, and his name was Robert Salakowski. Yes, and he is Swedish. Yes. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention two things. Satanic Surface is a band from Sweden. If you don't know, and second, second, what we go starting singing and drumming in the year of 1995 to 2000, yes. And then they had the other drama, but the drama, but the but the second drummer, he left the band, and then Tomek was the bass guitarist from Satanic Surfers from 1989 to 98, and he left the band, and then the brother of Magnus Blitzberg joined the band, and he left in the year of 2002, and no 2003, and in 2003 came Andy Dahlstrom, yes, and he played bass in Taste of Poison, yes. So that's the things that I forgot to tell. So this album is good. I like the album. It's one of my favorite albums. Yes. And then moving on to the last album, to my absolute favorite album from Satanic Surfers, is Back from Hell. Back from Hell is the last album that what we go singing, just singing, no drumming, and it's the first and last album from Stefan Larsson. Stefan Larsson is one of my favorite drummers of all time, one of my favorites. And Stefan Larsson, he comes from a cross punk, grindcore, hardcore punk background, and his drumming is so fast and so hard hitting, and the genre of Back from Hell, the album is heavy metal and thrash metal. It's my favorite album of all time. I love this album. I love every song. My favorite song is Catch My Breath, Going Nowhere Fast, and also Back from Hell, and also Tago Logo. I think it's the song. I think it's the name of the song, but I'm not sure. But anyway, so and I really like the melody of Back from Hell. fast and hard, you know, and I really like the album cover. The album cover is so amazing. Back from Hell is my absolute favorite album of all time. And I will be putting links to these albums that you guys can check these albums out. So guys, this was my video on this was my first album review on Satanic Surfers. So guys, write in the comments below which albums you want that I can review it. Write in the comments below which albums you want that I review. And guys, stay strong and stay awesome. I see you in my next video. Bye. Ciao.